All right, ladies and gentlemen, look, it has really been the best season for me to kind of lay low off the Eagles. I haven't really laid low. If you guys do follow me, you guys know Monday night, every Monday, 7:30, Birds Breakdown. We were live from Tonic Seafood and Steak in Wilmington, Delaware, but unfortunately right now we are doing it virtually due to the increase in COVID cases. But man, this has been an absolute headache of a football season, and I really haven't been talking about it much here on YouTube, but the lives are on here. The Birds Breakdown lives are always on YouTube here. But yeah, guys, today it's week 13 for the Birds. We're traveling up to Green Bay, and this is a bad spot for the Eagles. I think the consensus in Philadelphia is the Eagles are kind of down and out, and we're kind of giving up on the season. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up until we are officially eliminated from playoff contention, or in this case, the division contention. But we're going to talk about the Eagles and the Packers, my thoughts, and what the Eagles need to do to win this game and whether or not we can actually win the game. And before we move forward, guys, please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help your favorite parcero grow. All right, that's it. That's right, guys. Eagles and Packers, week 13 football. Every time we're in Lambeau, most teams would feel the pressure because of the nostalgia of Lambeau Field. And don't get me wrong, there is some serious nostalgia with Lambeau Field, but in my lifetime, going up to Lambeau Field has been fun. Playing against the Green Bay Packers, we've had our good luck, I guess you could say. Maybe, the only time really it hurt was 2010. Week 1, the Packers knocked out Kevin Kolb, and that was Kevin Kolb's first season as a starter, and we had Mike Vick, so he felt a little bit better, but it's like, holy crap, you felt so bad for this guy who finally got his opportunity, and Clay Matthews just literally ends his career, as Mike Vick literally took the starting job and never looked back. And then the playoffs that year, Mike Vick had one of the hottest years I've ever seen from an Eagles quarterback, and we lose to the Green Bay Packers. But since then, we've had our luck, like I mentioned. I think, what was it, 2013, when Nick Foles and the Chip Kelly offense went up to Green Bay and won that game. Deshaun Jackson had a great day. Riley Cooper had a great day as well. We were throwing long bombs. Last year we went up to Green Bay. It was in the fall, so it wasn't as cold as what it's going to be tomorrow afternoon. But the Jordan Howard, Miles Sanders running attack ran all over the Green Bay defense, and we got the W. Which leads me to this game here. So, leading up to this game, I haven't seen this much drama with the Philadelphia Eagles since Chip Kelly's last season. There has been a culture shock, I guess you can say, with the Eagles. There's been fingers pointing. People outside the organization who were once in the organization are putting their imprints and talking about what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. So things aren't looking good. Things are really bad. And it's crazy to think that 3 years ago, this team won the Super Bowl. And right now, we are in a spot where once the MVP, who would have been the MVP of the NFL, if he didn't get hurt, Carson Wentz is looked at now as a bust by some eyes, not all, not my eyes. You got Doug Peterson, who was once Big Balls Doug, right? The guy took chances. The guy was a sort of an innovator, and now he's looked as a joke as well. He's allowed Carson Wentz to diminish the way he is, making questionable play calls week in and week out. People are asking for Deuce Staley to get some play calls. People are asking for Doug to just relinquish some of this play calling. This defense has not been consistent, except for the D-line. Let's show some love and respect to that D-line because they've been playing well. But this Eagles team is in such disarray. And a part of me wants to say that the Eagles can come out and win this game because this is a winnable game. There are things that the Green Bay Packers are not good at, the Eagles can exploit, but I just don't trust this Eagles team. I don't trust Doug Peterson to put a good game plan together. I don't trust Carson Wentz trusting his guys around him and playing a complete game. I don't trust this defense. Darius Slay got ripped apart by DK Metcalf. And no, this is Darius Slay. Darius Slay has been fantastic this season. I'm not going to fault him for getting ripped apart by DK Metcalf because Metcalf does that to a lot of players. But this week he's got to go up against Devontae Adams. Devontae is another dangerous weapon in the NFL that Aaron Rodgers has to play with. And Aaron Rodgers, oh, by the way, is on a MVP type of season. He's playing out of this world. He's playing motivated, as we all know. Green Bay, similar to what the Eagles did to Carson Wentz. They drafted a QB when Green Bay had other needs. And so Aaron Rodgers, however, instead of what Carson Wentz is doing right now, has been balling the F out. But let's talk about this offense real quick, because the issue has been there has been like, it feels like not everyone's on the same page. That is a big issue here, right? Like you're talking about your starting quarterback in Carson Wentz. Doesn't have the chemistry with some of these receivers. He seems lost. He's making the wrong reads, or he's not even seeing the reads as a whole. This offensive line has seen countless of different changes in the offensive line due to injury and play. And what kind of offensive line are we going to get this week? Are they going to be able to block? Because against Seattle, who that defensive line is not the strongest, even though they have Carlos Dunlap, we're able to get some pressure on Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz had his work cut out for him as well. So what are we going to get from this offensive line? And are we going to run the ball? Like, that's really what I want to know. Are we finally going to run the ball? Miles Sanders last week got 6 carries. 6 carries. Are you freaking kidding me? Carson Wentz is struggling the way he is, and we're not even trying to run the ball. That is super frustrating. But you have to run the ball this week because Green Bay is one of the worst rushing defenses in the NFL. So I would hope that Doug Peterson and this offensive coaching staff can take advantage of that aspect. The fact that they cannot stop the run. Give Miles Sanders his carries. Give Boston Scott some carries as well. Get him out in the both of them. Get Miles and Boston out in some passing as well, some passing plays as well. And another good news here for the Eagles, Jordan Howard has been activated to play on Sunday. So what can we get from Jordan Howard? The Jordan Howard in Miami really wasn't doing anything at all. And there's a reason why they kind of, threw him to the side, right? And eventually released him, and he's been able to come back here to Philly. But I really want to hope that him being back in Philly, he can play to what he was doing last year. And really what he gave you was that LeGarrette Blount type of factor. And shouts out to LeGarrette Blount, who is his number 1, it's his birthday today, but number 2, officially retired from the NFL. So thank you, LeGarrette, for everything you've done for our Eagles, giving us our Super Bowl. Well, back to this season. We could use you, LeGarrette. We could absolutely use you. But Jordan Howard last season, I loved having him in the game because Miles Sanders was your lightning. Jordan Howard gave you that thunder aspect. He would put his shoulder down on every carry and get you 2 to 3 extra yards, and that is what this Eagles offense needs right now. With the passing attack being abysmal as it is, you need a solid power running game to alleviate some pressure off of Carson Wentz and get those extra yards, get you into 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2s. These 3rd and longs that these Eagles have been on all these past couple games is not conducive to this offense. I don't understand why it's so complicated to just make Carson Wentz's job simple. It's no secret Carson Wentz is not playing well this year. He has not played well this year. And as much as I defend Carson Wentz, I can admit that he is not playing to his full capability. But for some of you people who are ready to say that he sucks and he needs to be benched, he needs to be out of Philly, do not forget what he did in 2017. And do not forget just this year, he made plays this season. There's been more bad than good, yes, but Carson Wentz is a franchise QB, and if we do not find a way to get the best out of him, we will absolutely pay for this for the rest of our lives. I promise you that. So I feel like it's easier said than done because I'm constantly talking about the Eagles every week and talking about how do we make Carson Wentz's job easier, yet the Eagles offensive staff just don't do it. They just flat out don't do it. They don't like to make Carson Wentz's job easier, and I don't know if we're going to see it. I really don't know if we're going to see it, but I think it's simple. You run the ball, you create some play action, you get them out the pocket, run those RPOs, get your guys in good situations. I like that Doug did cater to Jalen Reagor's strengths. We need to get Jalen Reagor up to speed. He's missed a lot of games due to injury, which is not his fault. It doesn't help that Justin Jefferson is playing out of his mind in his rookie year, and the Eagles literally drafted Jalen over Justin Jefferson, but Jalen can't worry about. Jalen has to worry about what he can control, and Doug needs to put him in the right situations. I love that Doug used him on jet sweeps. Let's do that again. Let's start with some reverses. Let's continue doing those tunnel screens. Those were working on Monday night against Seattle. That led to the touchdown to Dallas Goedert. So continue doing different stuff like that. Get Travis Fulgham back involved in the offense. In the 3-game losing streak, Travis Fulgham has not been involved in this offense. And could it be because you're giving Alshon Jeffrey the chances that he does not deserve? Should not be out there. We know what Alshon is. We don't need to see it anymore. You paid him what he did. It is what it is. You just eat it and you keep moving. You need to win. You're not going to win with Alshon Jeffrey out there. He's just going to take away from what Travis Fulgham does for you. And the fact that where has been Greg Ward over the last month? That's not on Greg Ward. That's on this Eagles offense not realizing that he's one of the hardest working players on this team. And he's one of the short catch receivers on the team as well. Oh boy. It's easier said than done. It really is. Like, it's crazy. A lot of these Eagles fans are freaking nuts and are out of their mind. But a lot of us, like, how can we see the issues of the Eagles and what the Eagles should do better than what these coaches are doing? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And here we got the Philly Sports Talk himself. What's going on, Tank? You want to come up, Tank? Want to talk about the Eagles? Come on, Tank. Come on up here. There you go. There you go. Tank, look at the camera. Tank, come here. You're camera shy too, aren't you? Look at the camera, Tank. Tank, how do the Eagles beat the Packers tomorrow? Yeah, I agree. You need to run the ball. All right, and the other issue here with the Eagles, what's going on with the tight end situation? Now, Zach Ertz has been activated, and will he play on Sunday? Who knows? The contract issues with Zach Ertz is something that we've all been talking about. What's going to happen to Zach Ertz? So for right now, Zach Ertz, during this time of the year, he gives you his everything he's got. He gives it to you. But why should he do that for you right now? And I don't blame Zach Ertz for wanting to sit out. He doesn't want to put up with this crap. But Dallas Goedert played well. It's clear that Carson feels more comfortable having those tight ends as his security blankets. Richard Rodgers has been stepping up. Richard Rodgers, this is his best season since playing with Aaron Rodgers and a couple years ago. So we have to continue implementing those two into the offense as well. But keep one on the field at a time. Like, I don't want to see 12 personnel all throughout the game using the right situations, because obviously Carson and the Eagles offense are successful in the 12 personnel, but you can't continue running it on every single play there. So the offense, it's an enigma. It's truly an enigma. It's a mess. And we don't understand why, because there's talented players on this offense. Carson Wentz, we all know what he can be. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott's giving you good games. Travis Fulgham, we need that Travis Fulgham back. Dallas Goedert is a serviceable tight end in the NFL. I know there's a lot of issues on these Eagles offense. This is not one of the strongest Eagles offenses in the. This isn't one of the strongest offenses in the NFL as a whole. But you should be able to move the ball on this Green Bay Packers defense. You just got to figure it out. Now we move on to the defensive side of the football, where what do we expect? Week in and week out, you don't know what to expect from the Eagles defense. But the one thing that we can expect is that Eagles defensive line to get the penetration. But I don't know what's going to happen this week, because we might be without Fletcher Cox. He's got a neck injury, and it seems like it's going to be a game-time decision. If we do not have Fletcher Cox, that will be an issue. You know what kind of leader he is. And I know he hasn't been playing up to par with what we usually see from Fletcher Cox, but my man is getting double teamed at this age that he is right now. Every single week he's got to deal with the same issues. So you gotta, and it sucks too when Howie goes ahead and signs guys like Javon Hargrave in the free agency, who he hasn't really given you what we thought he would. Malik Jackson is older too, and he has some good games, but he hasn't played well lately. I can't say he's played well lately. I love that he stepped up and backed up Darius Slay against the Seahawks on Monday night, but I don't trust him. The linebacker core has been playing better. I will give you that. I like TJ Edwards and I like Alex Singleton. They give you energy. TJ Edwards is very underrated, and I think he's going to be a solid linebacker. And the secondary, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about the secondary, because can Darius Slay have a bounce back? I really think he can, but again, this is another elite wide receiver in the NFL, and we saw last week Jim Schwartz, like, they're killing you on slants They are killing you on all the routes that kill you on man coverage. And yet, Jim runs man coverage 70% of the game. They're killing us on the slants. Darius Slay is getting murdered by one of the best receivers in the NFL. And yet, we're still running man. We're still not getting help for Darius Slay. So what do I expect here this week against the Green Bay Packers and Devontae Adams? Not much at all. So guys, and I look at this game. Look at this game here. I don't know how we can win, even though this is clearly a winnable game. It's frustrating. It really is frustrating. And at the end of the day, even though Green Bay seems like they're due for a loss, and the Eagles seem like they're due for a win, I can't sit here and tell you that the Eagles are going to win tomorrow afternoon against the Green Bay Packers. I really can't. And I think that it will be a close game. The Eagles haven't gotten blown out this year except for the Rams game. That was it. But the Eagles have played well throughout the year. They just haven't been able to finish games. They haven't played a full game this whole entire season. So I think tomorrow you're going to see this a little bit of the same. They'll probably start slow in the first quarter. Doug Peterson on the first drive will call 3 pass plays and we'll punt it away on 4th down. And then in the third quarter, we'll find a way to come back. Our defense will keep us in this game. We'll be like 4 points away, and then in the fourth quarter, we'll lose the game. I just think that that's how it's going to go, and it sucks. And I really hate to say that. I'm an optimistic Eagles fan. I really am. Believe it or not, despite what this video might seem, I am an optimistic Eagles fan, but I just don't have optimism with the Eagles winning. So I got the Eagles losing tomorrow. I think it'll be a 24-20 game. It seems like the Eagles have been losing in that range between, it's always like it's no more than 7 points lately, but they haven't allowed more than 24 points, but they also haven't scored more than 17 points themselves. So, oh man, it's rough, guys. It is rough in Eagles Nation, and I'm not ready to give up. I'm gonna watch this game. I'm hoping that the Eagles can somehow just wake up. That's really all they need to do, is just wake the frick up, and hopefully that they can do that. Guys, in the comments below, let's continue the conversation. Let me know what you think the Eagles will do. What do the Eagles need to do to win tomorrow? Do you trust the Eagles to do the right thing and get the job done tomorrow against the Green Bay Packers? I will be on live on Instagram 30 minutes before kickoff with the Philly Sports Guy, so you guys can check that out. The Philly Sports Guy, I'm sure, will be animated tomorrow. And guys, don't forget to make sure and tune in every Monday night. Birds Breakdown. It'll be on here live. The Philly Sports Guys live. I have it on TikTok live as well. So guys, thank you for all the support on TikTok. Truly means the world to me, and we will continue growing on there. Make sure to follow me on there, on Twitter at Parcero Philly, and on Instagram at L_Parcero_Philly. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am at Parcero Philly, and I'm telling you guys, go Birds! Go Birds! Talk to you soon.